Hi all, hope you've had a blessed day today. Today I'd like to talk about Luke chapter 6 verse 35. But love your enemies, do good to them, and lend to them, expecting nothing in return. Then your reward will be great, and you will be sons of the Most High, for he is kind to the ungrateful and wicked. So Jesus is telling us here to love our enemies. Who are our enemies? Is it the person in your neighborhood who seems to judge everything everybody does and complains about everything and snaps at people for no reason? Or is it your coworker who likes to gossip about people, and especially you, and is jealous because you do a better job than they do? Or is it someone on your Facebook page who hates what you stand for? Or maybe you don't really have any enemies, but you have people who just twist you the wrong way, make you feel angry and upset. This world is very divided right now. There are so many different factions running around out there, creating all sorts of problems, that there always seems to be tension everywhere, whether it's political or spiritual. Our world is a hotbed of just anger, frustration. And sometimes it just seems almost impossible to put our differences aside and treat each other with kindness. Jesus has asked us to love our enemies and do good to them. And he set the example by dying on the cross for everyone. Everyone. He gave up his own life for people who hated him. And he didn't ask for anything in return, not even a thank you. Every person on this planet God loves. Every person. The murderer, the rapist, the cheater, the bank robber, he loves them all. Loves them all. And he's asking us to love others the same way he does. Now, don't get it wrong. Loving our enemies doesn't mean that we should put ourselves in harm's way. It doesn't mean that we should put ourselves in unsafe situations. Nor does it mean that we should ignore the hurt that someone causes us. But it does mean that we need to represent what Jesus is all about by showing people respect and love. It means that we acknowledge the hurt, but we never stop praying for the person that caused us that hurt. It's Jesus that showed us what unconditional love and forgiveness looks like when he died for us. It's Jesus who took Paul, a murderer of thousands, and turned him into one of the greatest apostles that ever walked this earth. It's Jesus who forgave Peter for denying knowing him 3 times, not once, 3 times, and used him to build a church. When Jesus asks us to love our enemies, he isn't asking us to do anything he hasn't already done. Just like the verse says, Jesus is kind to the ungrateful and the wicked. And that includes us. Because if we're honest with ourselves, we can be ungrateful at times. And we certainly can be wicked, if not in deed, but in our thoughts. So let's represent Jesus so that others who are looking at us, even our enemies, will want to get to know him. Because when people get to know Jesus, they won't want to be any other way. they'll want to become more like him. God bless you all.